Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Elaine Bintz, Wellness Coach, and it is the end of February of 2023. I hope everybody is having a great year so far. I hope you enjoyed our interview with George, the self-defense and martial arts instructor earlier this month. I don't know about you guys, but I am really looking forward to more sunlight and longer days and just warmer weather in general. Here in the Midwest in February, it can be pretty dreary. So moving on to today. So a thing a lot of my clients have been talking about is traveling. So one of the questions I got on my private Facebook group was, how do you travel well, eat well, exercise well, well on the go? This is a little bit different than our video that we had in January, because this one's going to be a little more focused on like if you've gotten on a plane and then you're packing and traveling like for a trip. I know a lot of families are talking about going somewhere for spring break, or a lot of my clients, they just regularly travel for work. Travel for work has picked back up. So I'm going to give you a couple tips and help you to keep your health and fitness goals in mind while you are traveling. So we have Super Bowl Sunday behind us, and it's time to move forward and just spring into these healthy habits and try to get back on track with maybe what we had intended for our New Year's goals. But also just to get in the mindset of moving forward. I know a lot of people are also planning their regular annual trips with their families. So this is going to be a little bit different than the 2020 video. I had a video titled Healthy Eating While Traveling. So this is going to be a little different because I'm going to include some of the exercise stuff. So first tip, very similar to the same advice I had for you guys 3 years ago, is to mentally map. So what is mentally mapping? So for example, if you know you're going on an annual trip, so a lot of these conferences that used to meet in person are starting to meet in person again, I would say sit down and look at your itinerary. If you're getting on a plane and you're packing and you know where you're going, usually you can look up with the hotel and see if they have like a fridge or a microwave or a coffee pot in the room that you're staying, and you can kind of plan ahead accordingly. So one of the questions I've received a lot is, how do I eat a healthy breakfast? A lot of times when I'm traveling for work, I have to basically be up and going and then at the meeting at a particular time. So some of the tips I have are packing those instant oatmeal packets, those packets that you can just add water. Usually you can make those in your room, especially if you do have a coffee pot, you could heat up water in that and then add that to like one of those disposable little cups. Also, same information I gave you 3 years ago, but it still applies as dried fruit, granola bars, things that don't need to be refrigerated, that are non-perishable. It is helpful to have those not only for breakfast, but a lot of times I hear from my clients who travel, there's usually like a long break in between when they have lunch and then when they have dinner. So a lot of times these same snacks or breakfast items, granola bar or dried fruit or trail mix, things like that, you can eat as a snack later on. So a lot of times it's nice to have a little bit of a break, especially if you've been in meeting after meeting after meeting, or if you are traveling and maybe you're with your kids, you're on spring break. It's nice to have something in your pocket or your purse or your backpack that you could just grab and eat, so you don't have to keep stopping every time you get hungry or your child gets hungry. It's nice to just have a little something, whether that's dried fruit or trail mix, cashews. I know our son really likes the cashews that just come in those bags that you can pick up at like the grocery store. Costco has those plenty packs, or even a gas station has them. So also the drinking. So this has been a topic of conversation with a lot of clients, is oftentimes when they get out of their home and they are on the road and they're traveling, they're networking, they're having meetings, they're business mingling. I understand that alcohol is going to be available. So depending on where you are in your health journey, maybe alcohol is not a part of your regular lifestyle. But if it is, and alcohol is more prevalent when you're traveling or going somewhere for business, one of the things I always suggest is, one, perfection doesn't exist. I suggest you try to have a percentage of consumption less than you did last time you were in this event. So say, for example, you have an annual trip I don't know, every March or April, maybe you have like a spring conference, and there's going to be particular planned networking events. So if normally you would have like 5 or 6 drinks each one of those events, maybe shoot for 1 or 2 less drinks, or switch up how you have the drinks. Maybe have an alcoholic drink and then right after that a non-alcoholic drink. It doesn't have to be straight up water. You could have something that doesn't have alcohol, like an iced tea or a soda or something that's seltzer water. It doesn't have to be just plain water. I know that's a comment I get from a lot of people. But also is pairing a goal healthy behavior with a reward. So say for example, you're going to go to a networking event and maybe last year, I don't know, you had 8 or 9 drinks. So say maybe this year your goal is to have 4 or 5. So if you already know that in your mind, have a reward if you meet your goal. So for example, say in your calendar in the next, 3 or 4 weeks after that event, you have time to go for like a 30-minute or a 60-minute massage. Make a commitment with yourself and make a reward for yourself that if you attain your own goal and the expectation that you have for your behavior to eat and drink and travel healthier this year, then follow up with scheduling that appointment. If you attain your goal, follow up with a reward so that you are continuing a healthy reward, something that is not against, that's not going to go against your goal, so that you will be more motivated to make these types of decisions in the future. So another comment I got was about exercise. So an easy thing you can bring, these, they don't weigh much. These exercise bands with the handles, honestly, they're a very handy tool. You can do a lot of exercises with these resistance bands. From what I hear from people, a lot of the hotels, they don't have like physical hand weights or free weights. So you might have to resort to doing something in your room if you're staying at a hotel or an Airbnb. Same thing if you rent a house for like a spring break or a family trip, doing body weight exercises, push-ups, crunches, lunges, squats, exercise upper body movements with bands, chest press, chest flies. All of these moves are still effective to keep you healthy. Even if you're gone for a whole week and you maybe only get 1 workout in and you would normally get in 2 or 3 workouts back at home, it's helpful to keep you on track with making good decisions if you can fit exercise into your routine. And one of the strategies you can use, I did a whole 30-day challenge. It was in 2021, and I did a different exercise every day for 30 days. So you can take a look at that. That's 2021. My 30-day health challenge on my YouTube page. That's Elaine Bintz, my name. There is a playlist that has all of those videos. So you can just click on those that don't require much equipment. There's a lot of body weight and band movements in there. And even if you just found 4 or 5 exercises, and did each movement for about 30 seconds and repeated those for 2 or 3 sets, you would get a good 20-30 minute workout in, do a couple stretches, and it's a better workout than doing nothing while you're traveling. So please keep the big picture in mind. Traveling is usually just like a percentage of the big picture of your life. So unless you are traveling for business every week or every other week, or you're leaving every weekend to travel for work, usually traveling, especially for a person who has a family, it is a percentage of their time. They may go on 3 or 4 trips a year. So know that hopefully the decisions you make while you are traveling are not going to negate all of the healthy decisions you have made when you're at home, but you can travel well and make good decisions. Maybe you splurge a little bit, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So if you're going to a place and you absolutely love, there's a restaurant and you love their dish and you love their menu, or there's a particular drink, a lot of times if you're going to a beach or somewhere that has some more tropical options, go ahead, have 1 or 2 of those, enjoy it, and vacate from reality, enjoy your vacation, enjoy traveling. But know that when you come back, if you can get right back on track within a day or 2, hopefully all the hard work you've been doing since January, it will not affect your ability to hop right back into your routine. So again, this is Elaine Bintz, Wellness Coach. It is February 2023. I hope everybody's having a great year, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Bye.